Today we're going to draw a bear. I'm going to keep this very simple, right to the point. But when we draw it, what I want you to pay attention to is using straights and curves. Whenever we draw something that has a lot of life to it, curves and straights, that's our key. My name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. Come on, let's get to work. Let's talk about drawing a bear. First, I'm going to do gestures. So I'm going to hold my pencil toward the back, hold it lightly, okay? And gesture, I'm looking to try and get the outline of the form, but also try and get the movement on the inside. So let's see how we do here. So I'm just going to give myself, let's give each other about, let me draw first. And then I'll give you time. All right, so he's kind of looking this way. And then, all right, there's one leg. Okay, there's my gesture. Go ahead and take 2 minutes and get one gesture for yourself. All right, ready, go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and while you do that, I'm going to run downstairs for a second, okay? I'll be right back. 2 minutes. All right. Two minutes. Well, 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. So when we're going to draw him, let's think of layering of the different forms that we see, but also think of the depth that we see. Okay, so all right, let's go ahead and start with a nice sphere for his head, right? There's his eye line, and he's sort of looking inward there. You see that? Okay, let's get where his muzzle is going to come into his face here. Now, check this out. Let's think of the rules of measurement here and nail this. So here is, now look at this here. Here is the sphere. But then look where his nose is falling. It's right on the edge there. So you don't want to make his muzzle too long, but it's going to maybe come right about here. Okay. All right. All right, let's keep going now. All right, so this is his head. We have that. Look at that. Across the top there for his ears, and we could even drop in some eyes there. Now, if I'm looking at his head here, let's see, where's his ears? Ears are lining up right about here. All right, this to get him so that he's looking this way. Look, this side's a little bit closer than this side over here, you see? Make sure you shift it over a little bit. And then what we have for the next section here, look at this. So we've kind of have this drawn on our page, right? Well, here's the next section right back here. Let's put that in next, all right? Of course, whenever I'm drawing animals, I'm always looking for straight and curves. It keeps it very balanced, especially when you start dealing with things of life. So look at this here. Look how straight that is, and then look at this beautiful curve. You see that? This is what we want to look for. Here, I'll give you another. There, that beautiful curve. You see that? Let's get that in. So, where that's going to start right about there. I'm going to have a straight. There's this, and then this is going to come up like this. All right, look at that. Another straight right there. Straight, and then another straight right there. Okay, big old curved paw. All right, it's going to be about, look where I'm at here. I'm looking right about, trying to locate where that is. Look, that is right below the eyes. So right below the eyes, right about there. Let's use some overlap here. It'll be interesting. All right, so this paw is overlapping. That paw is overlapping right there, and this is overlapping right there. This bottom part, look at this, paw's turning away from the light, so we add a little tone. And then we can add some more tone here. Okay, look at this. Look right here where the shoulder starts, just on the side of that ear there. So if my ear is here, so my shoulder is going to start right about there. And shoulder is going to, look at that, beautiful, curves right down into the body there. You see that? Okay, let's work our way across here. Where's this other foot? This next foot is going to be right there. You see that? And then beautiful straight. How? Look at that, beautiful straight going all the way up here. It looks gorgeous. And where is this point here? Okay, that's like, if I'm using a horizontal measurement, that's like right where his nose is. So let's see, nose across. Okay, right about there. And then he has this back end here, like this, and then we get his rear in the very, very back. So let's get those as well. So all I'm doing is, you know, I get the basic, I get our basic gesture, and then we start to construction. And one of the aspects of construction is looking for layers. If you do have additional questions, please join our Facebook group. It's totally for free. Post your questions in there. You can direct it toward me, or even down here in the comments below. You can ask a question and I will try and answer it my best. My name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. All right. Thanks for watching. and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.